podcast. I'm your host, Flye Blake. I'm here with a special guest, someone that inspired my fly coming up, my big brother from another, Dax Payne. It's good, bro.
What's good, bro?
We need a moment of silence for our brother that we lost this past weekend, CEO Silk. Let's have a moment of silence.
Rest in peace to Dirt.
Okay, Dax. Other people know where you from? What inspired your fly? Talk to the people, Dax.
Well, originally from Brooklyn, New York. Born in Bed-Stuy, but grew up in Crown Heights.
Okay. What was some of the who was the people that made you want to get fly? Like, you don't have to name names, but like you could name names. Like,
Well,
who were the people that you looked up to in Brooklyn as far as wanting to get fresh?
Well, in BK, I stayed in Bed-Stuy for a amount of time where I was born at before I moved to Crown Heights. On Hancock between Nostrand and Marcy, there was a kid named Skeeter from the block. He was always fly like the kid, you know, so you have Levi's on with the pinstripe Levi's, with the old school classic Pumas, you know what I'm saying, like the suede one. I think they call them superstars. I'm not sure though.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, so like that's kind of like really when I knew that it was something that was different, and as far as fashion in the urban community.
And that was Skeeter was the
Yeah,
person that made you wanna-
Skeet was one of the first guys that I seen out of Bed-Stuy. I don't know if he's still, God bless his soul, if he's dead or if he's alive. I don't know, but he definitely was one of the guys that was really a pillar in getting fresh back in those days.
Okay. Let the people know, where would you shop at in BK?
I would
Like,
know
what was some of the main places that you would go?
I'd go to Vim's, VIM's.
Oh yeah, I remember them.
Yeah, I would go to Vim's,
Yeah.
and I would go to Modell's. I mean, because it's like, we different. Like, if you're looking for fatigues and things like that, you want to go downtown Brooklyn. You know what I'm saying? Like, it wasn't like you really was trying to get. You was just, you would get like a good pair of kicks, but you would wear like army fatigues and stuff like that.
Yeah.
You know?
That was really Brooklyn, right?
Yeah.
That
Sure.
was the style in Brooklyn.
Yeah, more like, like more military based, you know what I'm saying? Like we like military type style and like militant minded people.
Okay, what was like the first pair of sneakers that you felt like you had to have coming up? Like those was a must, like I need to get those.
Well, the first pair of sneakers that I would say that I had to have, y'all gonna laugh, but it was a pair of Kangaroos.
Kangaroo?
Yeah, Kangaroos was the first pair of kicks that I ever wanted. Because I want to say that it had the zipper on the side where you could put some change in there. You know what I'm saying? And zip that up.
Kangaroos.
Yeah,
I gotta do my research on
Yeah,
those.
Kangaroos was my first pair of kicks that I liked, like that I had to have.
You remember where you got them from?
Nah, I don't know where I got them from, but I definitely had a pair, a couple pair.
Okay. How would you describe your style?
Well, I would say I don't really even have the style, to be honest. It's like, I just go with the flow, man. Like, for some strange reason, certain things just jump out to me, and once I go for it, it's like a match made in heaven. Like, it works. It works out for me, So I really don't think I have a style. I'm one with the seasons, you know what I'm saying? Like, if it's gonna be warm, then maybe I want to get some some cheap polo t-shirts or something that can, like, even though it's hot outside and, people are dressed how they want to be dressed, you still comfortable and fresh too.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm still good. Like, I got my polo tee on. You know what I'm saying? I could wear whatever color sneakers I want to wear because my polo t-shirt is white and navy blue.
Okay. So what year was it when you moved here to the Rock?
Well, I moved to Rochester in 1990. Then I stayed for about a year, then I got kicked out and I went back to New York in 91 and stayed for a year and came back down in 92. So I officially like been here since 92 and beyond.
Okay. So when you got here, was the scenery, I know the scenery was different, but like far as fashion wise, did you look down on, because I know like when New York people come in, they go, oh, y'all country, y'all late, we been doing that. Like, was you one of those, or you was like, oh, nah, they
Nah,
get
I
fresh?
was, I always played my position, you know what I'm saying? I never was one of those to be like, we slow, like, oh, nah, y'all, you late on that. Like, nah, that's not my character. I'm not the type to make somebody else feel bad about anything. I'm not a bragger. You know, like if you know what I'm saying, you go through the 48 laws of power, rule number one is never try to outshine the master. You know what I'm saying? So I always kept that in the back of my mind. Like, I'm never trying to outshine the next man. I'm never trying to do it.
Mm-hmm.
That's all. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I'm one with the season. I go with the flow. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was a time when I was like, I always been a dirty kid. Like, I never really was a fly guy like that. You know what I'm saying? I just got what I liked. You know, so, and even, I'll give you a Jew, like one time, like before, what really woke me up was, I see my brother, you know what I'm saying, Ra, shout out to Ra.
Right.
I see Ra, you know what I'm saying, we know we both in high school, we neck and neck in age, 1 year apart. So, I would see him come in from school, or see him go to school, you know what I'm saying, like just with fresh clothes on. I'm like, damn, like, he's clearly doing something. I don't know what it is, but he's going to school every day fresh. So finally I got in his ear and he let me know what he was up to and how he was getting fresh. And once he put me a part of how that was happening, then I ain't never looked back. And not only did I kick the door in and kicked it off the hinges, I brought my niggas with me. You know
And
what
what
I'm
was
saying?
that?
When you say, like, as far as what?
Like, what was he doing to get Flye?
Well, we was getting busy, man. You know what I'm saying? We was hitting them stores up. You know what I'm saying? Like, we was taking what we wanted.
And that came from Brooklyn. They wasn't doing that here. Y'all like
Well,
brought that here, right?
nah, I wouldn't say that we brought it here. You know what I'm saying? Because, like, we come from poverty. We from the ghetto. You know, we from the have-nots. So, it was like naturally, and you know what I'm saying, we born with 5 fingers. You know how they call it the 5-finger discount?
Mm-hmm.
We born with 5 fingers, well 10. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, we got the grass. We got to take what we want in certain cases. You know what I'm saying? So that's what it was. You know what I mean? And the thing about it is, like I said, we come from that environment. So, everybody, like, we all got a mind. Some people's minds are thinking differently. Some people's minds are thinking the same. We happen to come from a hood where our mentality was thinking the same at the time. So we all vibrated the same, you know what I'm saying? And we just, you know what I'm saying, we took it from there. You know what I mean? Like, we all was on the same page at one specific time, and you know what I'm saying, in this era. And you can never get that again. Like, it's how I feel like now with social media and how times has changed, you'll never get that back again. You know what I mean? Like, it could be 10 of us. You know what I'm saying? 10 of us. You know what I'm saying? We can all hit the store. Like, say for instance, like a concert is coming, like, you know what I'm saying, like Wu-Tang Clan.
Oh, we're gonna get to that.
You know what I'm saying?
So when you moved from Brooklyn to Rochester, like, who was the first people you met, like, when you moved here? And where did you move to? Like, what side of town? Like, what street?
Well,
like, let the people know.
When I first moved here, I moved on the west side of Rochester. I moved to Bartlett Street
Mm-hmm.
between Seward and Reynolds.
Mm-hmm.
Excuse me. So basically, you know what I'm saying, that's where, you know what I'm saying, that's where I was stationed at for my teenage years, on Bartlett Street between Seward and Reynolds. I won't forget it. Shout out Kiko. My childhood address is 73 Bartlett Street between Reynolds and Seward.
And who were some of the people that you met, like, that you was like, they like reminded you of people back home? Like far as the fashion wise.
I gotta think. I'm gonna say Dirt. I got a homeboy named Bunk.
And like what did they have on to make you be like, damn, like they know what they doing. Like
Yeah,
I like his style.
I would say whatever was current at the time, you know, because we come from an era, you know what I'm saying? Like we the golden era, so we building, you know what I'm saying? We setting the trend right now, we setting the tone. So, you know, you might see somebody with with some polo on, but not polo that just anybody can get, you know what I'm saying? Like an expensive low, you know what I'm saying? Like a knitted low, somebody who you know what I'm saying, like who got style. It's not about if you can wear it, you know what I'm saying? It's about, you know what I'm saying, can you wear it? You know what I'm saying? Like, can you really wear that like that? You know what I mean? Like, yeah, you can afford it, but you only got it because you can afford it, you know what I'm saying? Like, but you ain't put it together right.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, certain brothers, like, they just got it no matter what. Like, you can go on Walmart and pick out some shit, and they think you got it from Lord and Taylor's, or, you know what I'm saying? Like one of them stores that, you know what I'm saying, that it costs major money to get something out of there.
Yeah, Lord and Taylor's. I remember. I ain't know nothing about Lord and
They
Taylor's.
closed down now?
Yeah.
Word. I didn't even know that. I done shop that shit out. I didn't even know they was closed down. But, you know, I haven't seen them in years now that I think about it.
I didn't know nothing about Lord and Taylor coming up, but like Bird was another one that inspired me to get fresh. I used to see him all the time. He used to have everything, like Low, Tommy, Nautica. And one time he had the polo hat. It was red with the Royal Blue USA on it.
Was it Royal
USA
and 3M?
No, it was like a patch. It was a patch. The US was
cookie.
a patch.
Yeah.
And I asked him, where you get that from? He's like, Lord and Taylor. I'm like, what's that?
Yeah.
And someone like, that's the mall and da-da-da-da. Eastview.
Shout out to Flye Club,
Victor.
man. With these good old alkaline waters.
Yeah, alkaline water. www.flyclub.clothing. But he like, yeah, Lord and Taylor. And I'm like, what's that? I didn't know what that was. I was young, like 13, 14. And he in the projects, coming through the projects, walking through the projects.
Yeah, straight.
And he like, yeah,
straight
that's
G walking through the projects back there, man. Like, you know.
And he like, yeah, that's da-da-da. He told me, I'm like, where that's at? And he told me how to get there, but like the best way to get there is like straight down Jefferson Road. So I found that out, and I was going straight down Jefferson Road ever since then. But I went and Lord and Taylor and like went crazy. This is my mom went crazy.
Yeah, it was a time when I didn't even know nothing about Lord and Taylor's, and you know, so of course I'm of age, but I'm gonna tell you what really had me wide open in the town was B Foreman's. Was that the name of it? Downtown was B Foreman.
But B Foreman's wasn't really. They ain't have anything.
No, that's a fact. But what they did have was the Nautica coats, and you know what I'm saying.
They had the Nautica coats.
The boat joints, like at the time when that era was popping. Man, oh man, I caught a charge out there, man. Me and my man did a run out, man.
Yeah, that's what it's called, B Foreman.
With the Nautica joints.
Me and Kiko
broad daylight.
Figure out what that was called.
Yeah, B Foreman's.
Yeah.
Hey,
and after
that
it was
and
what?
That was before a lot of men. Hey,
After B Foreman's, it was what? Peebles, right?
Might have been, yeah. You know, I forgot about that. Could have been that.
Before that.
Nah, I think you're right. It might have went from B-Formers to that.
But yeah, like y'all was real inspiring coming up. You, Dirt, Bird, even Bombs, like to be his size, like he still was like fashionable.
Yeah, indeed. You know,
our side of town period though, bro. Like y'all was like you, Dirt, Bird. Y'all was like really people that I really watched to see what y'all had.
Yeah, that's what's up though, bro. I appreciate it, man. You know what I'm saying? But because it's like
Bunk too, but Bunk was like more. And I grew up around Bunk before y'all though, but I ain't used to like y'all used to. It's like I gravitated more towards y'all than Bunk, but Bunk still was like one of the guys.
Yeah, Bunk definitely one of the guys. Rest in peace to Fendi. You know what I'm saying? Leonard Spears, my guy, man. Love him, man. May his soul be lifted. May he rest in peace. You know what I'm saying? But he was one of the guys too who you know how you say how you looked up to?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't look up to, you know what I'm saying? I don't see because like I said, I'm one with the seasons. I don't really focus on what the next man is up to. But Leonard was one of the guys that made me realize, Rochester niggas really get fly. You know what I'm saying? Like, he got the Timbs on that I like. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So it was like that. You know what I mean? As far as with Fendi. You know what I mean? So, you know, and then we became bros. You know what I'm saying? So, we became bros, and that was like the icing on the cake. You know what I'm saying? Because now I get to feed off his energy. You know what I'm saying? Like, we both just get fucked up with our constructions on, you know what I'm saying? Like, we love the construction Timberland, you know what I'm saying? Not to keep it there, but Fendi was one of the brothers who I looked up to, you know what I'm saying? And, you know what I'm saying, who you know what I'm saying, where I said, well, you know what, man, shit, he another fly guy.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, man, you know what I'm saying? It's a
lot of brothers, without trying, it's like he ain't used to try it.
Yeah, because he, you know what I'm saying, he naturally was, he was naturally a cocky dude. He was confident within himself.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And see, when you come with a certain level of confidence, you may come across cocky, but that ain't what it is. You're just confident in who you are. You know what I'm saying? It's not about, you know what I'm saying, being little one the next person. You're just who you are. You're confident in what you are. You're confident in who you are too. That's why you get away with a lot of shit that you get away with. Like, look how you got your you got your 9.5s on. You know what I mean? You got you know what I'm saying? You got your essentials on. You good. You feel me? And you comfortable.
This podcast is brought to you by the good folks over at Plainview TV, Flye Alkaline Water. Hey, you got your water yet? www.flyhighclub.clothing. Don't miss your flight. Join the club. So, what's your favorite sneaker brand? Like, is it Nike, Adidas, Reebok? I know you're a fashionable guy, but what's your favorite? What's your go-to? Like, if something going on, you like, shit, I know you can pull off anything, but
yeah, you know Nike is a no-brainer. So
you would say Nike?
Yeah, I gotta go with Nike. Nike has to be my favorite because it's something about the swoosh. You know what I'm saying? Like that check that's on the side, that swoosh is what did it. You know what I mean? Like they had like a pair of Air Trainers that came out maybe like, I think this had to be probably like 90, 91. And those were the shoes that I just had to have. You know what I'm saying? I just remember it, man. You know what I mean? Like I had to have a pair of the Nike Air Trainers. The old school joints, almost like a Bo Jackson.
So then was your first pair of Nikes?
Nah, my first pair of Nikes was Cortez, the Nike Cortez.
That was my first pair too, though.
Yeah.
Red and white ones.
Yeah, I had the black and white ones, like how the boys out of NWA and them Compton to wear them.
Yeah, I remember.
My first joints. I wore them so much they became ashy. Like the leather was all peeled off them.
So Nike is your favorite. What's your favorite clothing brand? Like in that era, coming up in that era, what was your go-to clothing brand?
I guess I would say, I don't because you know, remember we had Archie's downtown that had everything, but you know, like for the most part, you would go on Archie's and get some Levi's. You know what I'm saying?
I remember Archie's right there on the right next to Lofton, man.
Yeah, on Main Street, West Main. So I would go on Archie's and match up, you know what I'm saying, get me some Levi's or something.
So Levi's was your favorite brand back then?
Yeah, Levi's.
Levi's was your go-to?
Yeah, Levi's was my go-to.
Top or bottom, no matter what?
Bottoms, Levi.
Okay, so I'm talking about overall, like, something that you would, like, I know I could get away with this. Whether it's Polo, Nautica, Columbia.
Yeah, but you gotta remember, you know what I'm saying, we young at the time, so we not thinking, we doing this for we not do, see now.
Well, when I met you, y'all was already wearing this. So this is what I'm envisioning. Maybe what you speaking about is before me. But when I first met you and y'all, like, yeah, you was more or less on some fatigue. You reminded me of Das Effects though.
Yeah, and Das Effects was one of my favorite groups at that time.
Yeah, like you just like Das Effects, but you still
I kept it Das Effects, and I kept it real with Onyx. Onyx was like, you know what I'm saying, like was my guys, you know what I'm saying.
You was the palm tree,
yeah,
like
I fuck with Onyx.
You had everybody doing that.
Yeah, because Sticky Fingers, you know what I'm saying, like he from my hood, like he's from Brooklyn, like he's a Brooklyn dude. He had a barbershop on was it Clausen Avenue, what they call it Tropical Cuts. It might not have been his barbershop, but he was cutting in that barbershop. His name was Tropical at one time, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, once I put two and two together, okay, Onyx cut, you know, he cutting here, and now he rapping. He might have even been cutting here in Southside Jamaica, Queens too.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like when I met.
So yeah, you know, like when you're young, you only going identify with something that you can recognize. Like, for instance, like when I first moved to Rochester, right? When I first moved to Rochester, I wanted to go to the same school my brother went to. I wanted to go to the same school Ra went to. Ra went to Wilson. Mm-hmm. So, you know, academically, my skills wasn't up to par, so I couldn't go to Wilson. So my next move, well, okay, so where I'm gonna go, you know? And I'm looking at the schools, and one particular school said Franklin. Now, Franklin I can identify with because right up the street from my neighborhood in Brooklyn is Franklin Avenue. So I took that, okay, well, I'm going to Franklin. I took a shot in the dark, I made it to Franklin, and that's where I met all my East Side guys, you know, because everybody who I know from the East Side went to Franklin and East. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, maybe someone with the Wilson, but they all over, but I was able to meet a lot of good people from going to Franklin.
Okay, so.
And also, like, as far as, you know what I'm saying, as far as sneakers, you know what I'm saying, like, I gotta give a shout out to my big brother, Ja Mel, you know what I'm saying, like, he was one of the guys who would come through with the Asics on, the Asic Tigers and all that, so I knew about what the Asics was about, you know. And then it came to, you know what I'm saying, now we fast forward to 88, you know what I'm saying, or 87 or some shit like that, when, you know what I'm saying, when Jordan come out with the Jordan 1s, no, the Jordan 2s. His first, the ones without the switch on the side. What are those? What year those came out?
Look at me lying.
The Jordan 2s, you know what year them came out? Because they had to been, it had to been probably about 86, right? Because the ones came out in 85.
I thought they came out in 82.
Nah, hell no. Mike ain't come to the league till like 85, right?
Oh no, the Air Force Ones came out in 82. Some came out in 82. I know that for a fact.
Well, not the Jordan 1s. Nah, definitely not the Jordan 1s. Because it got to come from him having the Nike deal to him. You know,
they're going to let us know in the comments anyway.
Yeah, but anyway, you know what I'm saying? My brother, God brother, bought him a pair of the Jordan 2s. And that blew my mind. So now, you know, I got to have me some Jordans now. And that woke up a monster.
And what year this was?
There had to have been at least, if it wasn't 87, it was 88. But whatever year those Jordan 2s came out, is that year that they had them.
Okay,
The OG ones, the white, red, and black ones.
I know what you're talking about. So
Like
back
the same
to,
color as this damn shirt here.
Back to what was your go-to brand? Like, say you going to
Yeah, but that's what I was saying.
say you going
like,
to the sectionals or to a basketball game.
Well, you talking now?
East
You talking,
versus Franklin.
Yeah, you talking mid '90s now. I still okay. Look, we had, like you said, we had NYC clothing store, so you can get anything out there. You can get a Nietzsche. You know what I'm saying? You can get DLO. You know, you can get Columbia. It's a lot of stuff you can get out of there. You know, so I really didn't have a go-to brand. I just want to be able to have on something fresh.
It didn't matter to you.
Mm-mm.
Okay. Was you shopping at Benzers and Cavaliers and?
Yeah, I go in there,
Okay.
but you know, not really. I'm going in there and I'm scheming, but I'm not really going in there and looking for nothing to purchase.
What about Tent City?
Yeah, definitely Tennessee. That's where we got our fatigues from. That's where we got all our fatigues and our North Face shit from.
Yeah, I remember the North Face.
So yeah, Tent City is one of the spots that's in Rochester where you can get real fly at.
A lot of y'all probably won't even know about Tent City, but yeah, Tent City was right there on Dewey and Lyle. The first one, right there, that red brick building.
That's right.
And they moved across the street.
Yeah, and man, listen.
That's when they had all the North Face stuff and they moved across the street.
Oh my lord.
Cause I remember
they moved across the street.
Esco and Lovelace and them was doing they one tools. I gotta get them on here too. Yeah, Tent City was.
Esco out here? Yeah, out here? Okay, cool. Yeah, definitely got Esco.
Yeah, Tent City was definitely.
Shout out Esco.
Definitely
shout out Lovelace. Lionel, you know I love you, boy. Just see you the other night.
So what about the black owned brands like coming up? NYC Clothing was like one of the first spots that you can get like Mecca, Maurice Malone, Fat Fine, No I'm Lying, All Day Sunday.
There you go. What you said before that though?
I said NYC Clothing.
Yeah. You're right.
But
All Day Sunday. Yeah, that's what I was thinking about. All Day Sunday. And speaking of All Day Sunday, I just seen something on social media saying like they back now. They trying to relaunch their thing.
I guess somebody doing a pop-up shop.
Right. That's exactly a pop-up shop to see how it goes, and then you know.
But was you like shopping at All Day Sunday? Like,
Yes, I was definitely a guy that would be in All Day Sunday, but. Like I said, I was always scheming, so it had to be something cheap for me because I wasn't trying to really spend too much change.
But even when you had the money, like...
Nah, because you know, you already, even when I had the money, our whole thing was, we finna take what we want and keep our money, you know what I'm saying? So we might be fresh to death, right? But we still got a bankroll in our pocket. Like, I stole these. But I got my money in my pocket that I could have bought these, but I stole them because it's all about the thrill of everything. You know what I'm saying? It's the culture that we created, man. You know what I'm saying? And
okay, so what was like the most expensive item you ever purchased, like far as fashion? Do you remember?
Yeah. What did I purchase to have to be like, well, you know what, man? God damn, I can't believe it. Hey, I can't believe this shit. I had to buy this motherfucker. What the hell was it, man? Do you think it was, and that wasn't really even no money. Oh, okay, I would go ahead and say the Avarex. Because it got to a point to where now it's shit that's coming out that you can't take. You know what I'm saying? You got to spend some bread for this motherfucker.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I would have to say it was the Avarex coat.
Yeah, I remember my first Averex I purchased from Tay.
Yeah, it had to been the Avarex coat.
Man.
Well, my first Avarex I got was from Varus, from Mad Flavors. Salute and shout out to Varus, man, from Mad Flavors, a pillar in this Rochester shit. Another guy who, you know what I'm saying, who put fashion on the map here.
Yeah, I purchased my first Averex from Tay. Right out there.
Was that was the first one? You had plenty.
Yeah, I had plenty, but
that was your
my
first one? Oh, okay, cool. So that's what gave me the buzz.
Yeah,
I spoke to Tay yesterday.
$550 he charged me for that.
What?
Yeah, he charged me for
You know what? I
either
want to say he
$550 or
damn did.
$525, somewhere around
I want
there.
to say he damn sure did.
Yeah.
Yeah, he got his money's worth out you for that
And
motherfucker.
I was in
didn't
high
he?
school too, and I went to school with that shit on. First, I went with yours on, the one that
It was like the Giants one, like the
No,
black, red,
no.
and I had the
Yeah,
black,
yeah,
red,
yeah,
the
yeah.
football. I had the football shit. I had a helmet on the front of my
but
shit.
one of them had it on, either Prodigy or I thought it was the Biggie. I don't know why I thought it was the one Biggie had on.
Yeah, I would say Prodigy. I don't think Big
It's the
ever
one
had
Prodigy
mine.
had on, and you let me wear that to school, and an older chick see me with it. I'm like, hey, Rex, like, what you know about Ava Rex? But you know her too. I can't even think of her name right now, but she dark skinned. She was one of Robin's friends.
You're like, if you see this, shout us out.
I can't remember her name, but she seen me with it on and like, yo, what you know about Ava Rex? Da, da, da. And that's how we became cool. But yeah.
Yeah,
So
that might have been the
do
most.
you remember when NYC was upstairs?
Hell yeah, that's what we.
What did they have upstairs? Only like when they first opened upstairs in Midtown, what did they have?
Feline Columbia.
Feline.
Only Feline Columbia.
Only feline. I was like, man, what the hell type of store is this? All they got is felines.
Yeah, and the Columbia they had it was only like the rain suits. Like if you wear one of them now, they'd be like, yo, yeah, you taking it back. On a day like this, it's nasty out there.
So what about the Teddy T or the Jumpin' Jack? What would you rather, the Teddy T or the Jumpin' Jack?
The Jumpin' Jack, of course. That's the shit that's what we was talking about the Jumpin' Jack the other week about how important that was to the community, man, and to us because it was like we had a whole long strip from Archie's right up under the bridge, all the way to Midtown Plaza.
All the way to Midtown Plaza.
You know what I'm saying? So and there wasn't no violence like that back then. Like you could party all day long till it was time to get dark, and you ain't had to worry about nobody getting shot or nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? Like we need to bring times like that back.
Right. Yeah.
Now you can't even go nowhere, man, without somebody getting injured or somebody having an issue with somebody about nothing.
Would you rather summertime fly or fall fly?
Well, see, here in the town, I would say summertime fly.
And why? Why summertime?
Well, because I was born and made for.
I would say fall.
Yeah, fall is good. I like the fall, you know what I'm saying, because you can always take a layer off, you know what I'm saying. But or should I say you can always put a layer on. But see, I live in North Carolina now, so like it's like hardly any snow, so you see me, I'm always wearing sneakers and shit like that, not really no boot guy. So I gotta go with the summertime fly.
Summertime?
Yeah, man, it's more cheaper in the summer.
Nike or Adidas?
Nike.
Why?
Air bubble, and you got that swoosh, and look at who all behind everything. Like Jordan ain't dropping nothing on Adidas. You know what I'm saying? Michael Jordan, he ain't dropping nothing on Adidas. You know what I'm saying?
You don't think Yeezy blew past Michael Jordan?
I mean, not for me. So if you're gonna ask me that, then I'm gonna say nah. You know what I'm saying? Like he might have did it in some, like as far as like in the world as far as with his the most shoes being sold, and then I don't even know that because I'm not counting what's going on. But I know when I want a shoe, I'm not going to get no Yeezys. I'm gonna look at Nike before I look at anything. Like Yeezy not gonna be my first option because it gotta be Nike. Like because if all said is done, even if I can't find a good Jordan, I could never go wrong with a low top pair of white on white Air Force Ones. You know what I'm saying? And any other color that goes that goes with that. You know what I'm saying? Like look, you got a 95 Air Max on the OG.
Mm-hmm.
Come on, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, ain't nothing trumping that. You still can come in the room and still be the flyest shit in the room Even though a nigga that done spent that he got Dior's on, he spent like 12,000 for these Dior Jordan 1s. But you got these 95 OG Air Maxes on tonight, and you put it together right. He ain't really, fuck him. He don't know what he doing. You know what I'm saying? Like he think he know what he doing, but you know what I'm saying? Like he just really wasted all his bread because you spent about $200 and you look at this as good as he did. He spent $1,200. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So like that shit is a hit or miss, man.
Hold on, I'm about to sit down. Alright,
cool. What's like a essential for getting fly for you? Like something that you have to have on.
Hey.
Like it could be a hat, it could be a bracelet, it could be.
Oh, an essential.
Yeah, essential.
Okay, I kind of missed it when you said that first. Like, what? Ask me one more time. What was the question again? I'm sorry.
What's an essential of getting fly for you? Like, what's an essential? Like, fly essential that you have to have on?
Like clean drawers first. Clean drawers and a good clean pair of Nike socks. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I don't. That's the funny part. But I don't know, bro. Like I said, man, I'm just I'm a freelancer, man, and I just go. I'm on with the seasons, man. I go with the flow. You know what I'm saying? Like, however, I don't know how it's going. Even if I try to. That's why I said I don't have a style. Like, even if I try to act like I got a style, then I'm gonna be thinking too hard, and I'm gonna come up with nothing. You know what I'm saying? It just seemed to work somehow. You know, I guess first nigga, you gotta just have have good energy, man. Like, just feel good about yourself, and no matter what, you know what I'm saying? Like, go on about your day, because whatever it is, it ain't gonna make you or break you. You know, so I really can't go with the, you know what I'm saying, with what I need to, you know what I'm saying, like what I gotta do to make my cipher complete. Because it could be as simple as a rubber band. You know what I'm saying? You put your rubber band on, you might feel like, you know what I'm saying,
You gotta say rubber.
you on top of the world.
Yeah. Did you ever get caught up in like the replica? Did you ever like buy some replica and didn't notice it till like you wore it or you got home and like, damn, this ain't even right? Like,
Yeah.
what was it?
These Air Maxes right here. These 95 Air Max right here.
Those are replica. Those not.
These are not the OGs. You see like how you got the OGs on, right?
When I say replica, I mean like they not real. Like,
Oh, well, nah, I don't know. I wouldn't know that, though.
no, you never been caught with no replica. Like nothing that you bought, you purchased, or you had, and like, damn, you got them home. Like, damn, these shits don't feel right, or they don't fit like the regular 9.5s, or they don't fit like the regular.
I wouldn't even know, to be honest, man. I wouldn't
Never.
know. I wouldn't know. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just wouldn't know if you know what I'm saying? Like, I would think like maybe this is how I'm supposed to feel. Like, I'm not like, what a person might think about me is what I'm not. You know what I'm saying? Like,
No, it's
a
not.
person.
Not what a person think about you. Like you went and purchased something,
Yeah.
and you got it home, and you like, damn, these not even real. Like these not right.
Oh, nah, I didn't do that yet. Nah. Mm-mm.
Never.
Mm-mm.
Okay. How?
And that's not to say that it hasn't been like that. It hasn't happened. Like, if not to say I never had nothing fake, because I don't know. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, you would know. You know some fake shit from you wearing the real shit. Like you would know that off top. Like
Yeah, I'm saying if you into that, that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't be knowing though, man. Like, but I don't go. I'm not. Let me say, I'm not going looking for nothing fake. I'm not going.
no, not that. I'm just saying like a store done caught you like before or anything like. You went in there thinking that this shit real and you bought it and you got it home or you wore it and you like, damn, these shit's hurting my feet, or damn, these shits ain't, nah, these ain't the ones, these ain't right. Talk to us about the college parties, like, How the college parties used to be like, far as dressing.
Well, the college parties was back when, you know what I'm saying, you had to, it was back in that era when B Formans was open, like I said earlier, you know what I'm saying, where you could come in there with a Nautica jacket on, you know what I'm saying, or what was the kind of jackets that, like you had one, the McDonald's joints you let me wear one time.
Oh, the race car jacket.
Yeah, the race car jackets and all that, you know what I'm saying, like that's like.
I remember that. Yeah.
You had to, it was more like a New Jack Swing type of vibe, you know what I'm saying? Like you could wear khakis with, you know what I'm saying, with sneakers, and even though we doing that now, back then it was I guess that was the era that was getting started, you know what I'm saying? So, you go in there, man, and
jerseys or button up?
Button up. Nah, I wasn't really no jerseys like that back, you know what
I'm talking about like now, what would you prefer, jerseys or button up?
I would say a button up. I'm not really a jersey type of guy. I'm a skinny dude, so I'm gonna throw me a button up on.
Even in the summertime?
Yeah, I mean, because in the summertime, like I said, I'm gonna wear a t-shirt, you know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't, like, a t-shirt, I'm a good t-shirt type of guy, too. I make sure I find the best t-shirts to put on, so I'm gonna have to say, you know what I'm saying, like a button-up. I'm not a jersey type of guy.
Okay. Let's get into the clubs. Like what clubs was going on? Like the Creek, the Rock, Gotham City, Secrets, Water Street, Brickyard.
The Egg. That's if you went to the Egg, then you from my era. You know what I'm saying?
I was too young for the Egg.
Man, Club Egg was one of the best clubs you can go to back in the 90s. Well, it probably only lasted about a year with so many fights in that motherfucker.
What was the females wearing though? Like what was a go-to for the females? Even though I know you're not a female, but like what was like?
I mean, for me, like what
was attractive?
Yeah, right. Like my baby mom, like my daughter's mother. You know what I'm saying? Like she's one of the flyest females I ever met in my life. You know what I'm saying?
Tweet.
Yeah, shout out to Tweet. You know what I'm saying? But she just was current with what was going on. Like, she had one of the 5411s, which are the Reeboks with the high top Reeboks with the straps on them. You know what I'm saying? You might pay $54.99. They're really $49.99, but with tax they come to $54.11. That's why they call them 5411s. And then it got to a point to where they went from $54.11 to $19.99. Hey, goddamn. But yeah, man, like you had to have, like, a lot of the females was wearing the 5411s, and they were wearing the door knocker earrings with like the damaged, like damaged jeans suits and used jeans suits and shit like that, or whatever was current was going on, because my baby mama ain't no slacker. Like, she get fresh for real,
So what was so the Egg was your favorite spot to go to?
Nah, that wasn't my favorite spot to go to.
Overall, like, what was your favorite club?
My favorite club in Rochester. Is that what you asked me? Mm-hmm. Like, as far as like in the Rock?
Mm-hmm.
I would have to say Water Street.
Wow.
Because G.I. was DJing at Water Street. I can always get in for free, and that's where I'm gonna see everybody at. You know what I'm saying? The drinks was good. It was a different time back then. It's a different time. So yeah, Water Street would be my favorite club.
Do you remember the first time you stepped in Water Street and what you had on?
That's a good question. Nah, I can't remember the first time I stepped foot in there. Damn. And as far as what I wore that night, nah, I don't remember that though, bro.
What about the Creek?
Oh yeah, the Creek was ill too. Yeah, the Creek was ill.
Can you give us like run down on the creek, like your first time and what you had on? Do you remember?
I can't remember the first time I stepped up in the creek, but I know plenty of nights I was on some fresh shit in the creek. One night specifically, we pulled up. I had on some white and orange 3/4 Air Force Ones on with the gel swoosh, like the
like the short.
Yeah, the short one
Yeah.
with the gel in it.
Mm-hmm.
And I had a orange and white Anichi short set on. And this was like this maybe like the next.
Was Anichi black on?
That's a good question too, man. I don't know. We can do our math on that. We can do the numbers on that one because it's really just, you know what I'm saying, NYC. But Anichi, yeah. I don't know if Anichi was black on.
But you finished? You have what on?
Yeah, I pretty much just had that on. Just the 3/4 Uptowns on with the Anichi short set.
And how was like the people reacting to you?
They was all looking at me because the weekend before, I had gotten to a physical altercation in the parking lot.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so everybody thought I was coming back just to retaliate. But I was coming back to let everybody know that it can't nobody stop me from going out and doing whatever the fuck I want to do.
Okay.
And that's all. Win, lose, or draw, you know what I'm saying? That's all that was.
What was the least you spent on an item, but you made it look like it was expensive?
Yeah, he hit me with a series of good questions. The least I spent on an item, but I made it look like it was expensive. It's difficult to answer though, bro, because you already know, like, I don't really come from that type of shit. I come from taking shit, you know what I'm saying? So I don't really know about.
But you ain't taking right now.
Nah, I'm not.
So we should talk now. About like, we could talk recently. What's the least you paid on an item, but you made it look like it was a Gucci shirt or a Gucci hat?
Oh, you mean like as far as fashion wise, like, you know, I'm about to do this like this. I would say a pair of Hudson jeans.
Hudson is good jeans.
Yeah, but you said what I spent the lease on, but you still gonna make it seem like it's, the tag said $225, but that's not what I paid for them. You know what I'm saying? Like, shit, I didn't pay $225. I'm not gonna pay that much for these motherfucking jeans. Let's get that straight. You know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't gonna pay that amount of money for some shit. My whole hook is still being fresh, but, you know, keeping up with what's going on. Like, you know, you fresh, but you fresh now. You know what I'm saying? Like, they can't tell me that this is what I spent for these jeans. If it was like that, then I would leave the tag on to where you can grab that motherfucker and say, oh, he spent $225 for these motherfuckers.
What you feel about people that do that? Like, leave a tag on there.
I think that's corny. I think it's corny. You know what I'm saying?
And what do you think the younger people be saying about you? Like, man, you old school. You don't really, you not intertwined with what's going on. You ain't in the loop with the younger
people. I think, I mean, like, you know, I can't argue with them, but I think that they don't know no better.
But
you know
maybe it's just this is what they doing in their
That's why I said I can't argue.
So we can't be like, oh, that's corny. Like, that's just what they doing in their
Nah, but it's our own opinion. It's just like, it's their opinion. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's like, okay, well, nigga, what you did wasn't what I thought it was. I wouldn't do it that way. Cool. You don't have to. But when I do it, I get away with it. Just like when you do it, you get away with it because this is your era. You're supposed to get away with it. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Like, it's corny if you ask me. Like, I just was talking about it, man. It's corny. You know, like, I'm not about to buy nothing and have the tags and everything hanging off it. Like, you know, we did that already. It ain't work. We don't do it no more. If you see a nigga now with a hat on, like Munchie or Crunchy, shout out to my bros, Hilltop Hustlers. if you see them niggas with a hat with a tag hanging off it, you know what I'm saying? It's like, hold on, wait a minute, bro. Like, you're gonna respect it because that's who they are. But at the end of the day, you like, man, hold on, wait a minute. Even if you see niggas doing it now, you like, listen, man, Munch or Crunch did that shit way back then. You know what I'm saying? Like, so you're not the trendsetter of that. You know what I mean? But that's all though, bro. What we call this again?
Did you ever purchase anything from a thrift store?
Nah, I didn't know.
You know, that's big right now. Like, thrifting is big.
It's you know,
thrifting,
and it should be, you know what I'm saying? But nah, I never did. I mean, because in my mind, I'm going for what I like I told you, I'm a freelancer. You know what I'm saying? I like the shit that come to my mind. Like, I'm one with the seasons. So, it's like this, what I'm going to do is going to work for me, but it might not work for the next individual. And if it do, then cool. Me and you on the same team. But, like, maybe I should go to a thrift store and try to see what they got, but I just don't do it. I go to Marshall's. Like, shit, if I want to spend $20 or whatever, okay, boom, I'm looking for a hoodie. Let me go up in Marshall's and see what Marshall's got. I'm not going in Burlington.
Marshall's or TJ Maxx?
Marshall's.
Why?
Fuck TJ Maxx. Nah, I ain't gonna say fuck TJ Maxx. I know a female named TJ Maxx.
Why Marshall? Marshalls don't even sell polo t-shirts.
But I just got my last pack of polo t-shirts from Marshalls in 1999. Nah, you not. It's New York State and it's North Carolina. I got them in North Carolina, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, who knows? It might be there next week. Or I might go in that motherfucker and be like, hold on, wait a minute, y'all ain't got no polo tees in here. But it's funny because I can go to the polo store in the outlet and the same tees that I bought at Marshall's in that polo store would be $49.99.
Mm-hmm.
But at Marshall's, they $19.99. But that's not to say that the horse is going to be, you know what I'm saying, losing thread or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know.
Okay, we got the end of this episode. We're gonna ask you what you have on, what you wearing today. So we're gonna end the episode. Let the people know what you have on today, Dennis.
Well, today I have, as far as for foot, I got the 9.5 Air Max Japans on. They OG style, just not with 3M. I got
Hold on, before you do that, remember me and you did the OG ones together? It was Memorial Day, right?
Yeah, right.
We went to Montgomery Center.
Yeah.
We both had the OG ones on black
We
jeans.
thought we had the OG joints on.
No, it was the leather ones. It was the leather.
Right.
It was the leather ones. We had the leather ones on, boom. We had the black jeans and the, I don't even want to say it, the FUBU jersey.
Oh, we had FUBU. Oh, yeah, we did have FUBU.
Oh.
Damn, see, I didn't, why, well, I mean, for us buyers, that's a brand. We can't, oh, you just don't want to say the FUBU. You got pictures of that?
Huh?
You got pictures of that?
I ain't got pictures of that. I'm glad.
Because you got good flicks, man.
But yeah, that was Memorial Day.
This brother got good nostalgia, you hear me?
Tell people what you have on today, and that's how we're going to end it.
I got 95 Air Maxes on from Japan. I got some hunting pants on from Wild Trees. They're soft and they're quiet. The deers won't even hear you coming. You know what I'm saying? Also, I have my own brand on, Twig, Those Who Inspire Growth. This is the patch here. I have the trucker hat on here to where the patch is here. Those Who Inspire Growth. Twig. This is the next thing coming up and popping out of Rochester, New York, or wherever I'm at. And shout out to Flye Club. Shout out to Fearlessly Different, my boy Jammer.
Okay, y'all. Thanks for tuning in on the first episode of On the Fly podcast. I'm your host, Flye Blake. Hope you enjoyed the show. Catch us on the next one. We out. Peace.
Peace.